All right, hello and welcome. So, if you're an IB student, you know the deal. The pressure is real, you're putting in the work, you're getting the grades, but let's be honest, so are thousands of other amazing students. The big question is, how do you actually stand out? We're going to get into that, because the answer isn't just about better grades, it's about showing the world how you think.
And this is really the heart of it. The game is absolutely changing. Admissions officers are digging deeper than just your transcript. They're on the hunt for proof. Proof of your curiosity, your passion, what really makes you tick. See, a high grade tells them you can learn the material, but a portfolio shows them how your mind works.
So, what's the solution? It's your academic portfolio. But please, don't think of this as some boring folder of your old homework. No way! This is your chance to be the director of your own story, a story that shows how your classes, your passions, and your goals all connect.
Let's be super clear about what an academic portfolio actually is. It is a curated collection of your work. And that word, curated, is everything. This is not a data dump of every single thing you've ever done. It's a highlight reel. It's the place where you prove you're a dynamic, curious person in a way that a list of grades just never could.
Okay, so you're ready to start building that story. But where do you even begin? Well, the first step is just gathering your evidence. And the good news is, you've probably already created most of it. It's just a matter of knowing what to look for. The way I see it, your portfolio rests on two main pillars. On one side, you've got your IB core. This is the heavy-hitting academic stuff, your IAs, your EE research, those deep TOK reflections. This is the stuff that proves you can handle rigorous, high-level work. But then, on the other side, you've got your independent spark. This is where you really shine. We're talking online courses you took just because you were curious, summaries you wrote of articles you loved, maybe even a coding project you built for fun. This stuff shows initiative, and when you put those two pillars together, you get a complete, three-dimensional picture of who you are as a thinker and a creator. Now, just having the evidence isn't quite enough. The real magic of a portfolio is translating that evidence into the language that universities really care about, and that language is all about skills. It's not just about showing them your extended essay. It's about telling them what that essay proves you can do.
And this table right here connects those dots perfectly. Just think about it for a second. Your TOK essays? That's not just a class. That is hard proof of your critical thinking abilities. Your extended essay? Come on, that's a massive testament to your research and inquiry skills. The crazy depth you go to in your HL subjects? That screams in-depth analysis. And don't you dare overlook your CAS project. That showcases your ability for reflection and growth, which is a skill that is absolutely essential for thriving at university. You see, you're already doing all the work. This is just about framing it in the right way.
All right, you've gathered your best work. You know what skills you're highlighting. So now for the final piece of the puzzle, putting it all together in a place that looks clean, professional, and is easy for someone to explore. It is time to build your digital showcase. And hey, don't let the technical side of this scare you off. You do not need to be a web designer. There are amazing user-friendly platforms out there like Notion or Google Sites that are perfect for this. They look great, they're free, and best of all, they're super easy to update as you do more cool stuff. The whole process is actually pretty simple. First, you just pick your platform, Notion, Google Sites, whatever works for you. Second, you map out your sections to make it easy to navigate. Third, and this is key, you curate. You only upload your best work. Remember, this is all about quality, not quantity. And finally, the most important step, reflect and refine. For every piece you upload, you add a short note explaining why it's there and what you learned. So next to a lab report, you might write, "This experiment taught me how to pivot when my initial hypothesis was totally wrong." That little bit of reflection, it adds a huge amount of value. So, what should these sections look like? Well, here are the must-haves. You need an About Me page. That's your introduction. A project section for all that cool independent stuff. An academic work section for your best IB pieces. A page dedicated to reflection and growth is absolutely crucial. It shows you're a learner who thinks about your own thinking process. And finally, a goals section. This is where you connect your past work to your future dreams. It shows you've got vision. Because when it comes down to it, that's exactly what this is. You know, your transcript is kind of like a snapshot from the past. It's static. But your portfolio is alive. It's a living, breathing document that shows your intellectual journey as it happens. It is your academic identity in action.
So, I'll leave you with this one question to really think about. Your grades are important, no doubt. They show what you've learned. But your portfolio, it shows so much more. It shows your curiosity, your drive, your resilience, your unique way of seeing the world. It answers the bigger question. who are you, really? Now go on, start telling that story.